Good evening, everyone. Imagine a juicy piece of fruit like an apple, an orange, or a banana, or a piece of lettuce that you eat dinner tonight. We can all agree that pesticides are useful in producing our foods from pests and diseases. I have researched this topic thoroughly and believe that we should be aware of what harmful pesticides can do to our bodies. Today I'm going to talk about how pesticides are used in protecting our food and crops and the health and the environmental effects of pesticides are. We can all agree that pesticides are useful when protecting our food and crops from diseases and pests. Pesticides are viewed as the most successful way to resist diseases like malaria, yellow fever, and West Nile virus, according to Harvard University. In addition, pesticides resist insects from eating and spreading diseases to the crops. Mosquitoes are commonly spread through yellow fever and malaria, and parasites can be transferred into humans and animals and can cause disease. While some of us may think that pesticides are useful in protecting our crops from diseases, perhaps we should reconsider the long-term health effects of consuming foods with pesticides in them. The long-term effects of consuming food with pesticides in them is still unclear. Pesticide companies are still unclear what the effects of their products are. We have also found that chronic exposure to household pesticides, chemicals like bug spray, have been found to damage your central nervous system, your liver, kidneys, and increase your risk for cancer. Also, exposure to food with pesticides in them has been seen to cause respiratory and digestive issues, according to Center for Environmental Health. We have experienced a cancer epidemic, and the evidence is pointing to the pesticide exposure. It has been found that chemicals can cause cancer in so many ways, from damaging DNA, disrupting hormones, and turning genes on and off. Children are at high risk of developing cancer from pesticides, and pesticides exposure throughout childhood increase the risk of cancer among children. Girls exposed to DDT before puberty are 5 times likely to develop breast cancer in early life. In addition, farmers and their families are exposed to pesticides more than anyone. Farmers also experience a higher rate of cancer. Farmers have higher rate of prostate cancers, and the women who are around pesticides has a higher rate of ovarian cancer. While some of us may consider the long-term health effects of consuming foods with pesticides in them, perhaps we should reconsider the environmental effects of pesticides that can cause. According to the National Science Foundation, pesticides can go into the soil and cause runoff into neighbors and sources such as creeks, rivers, lakes, and eventually the ocean. Also, they can pollute drinking water for individuals near farms for farming using pesticides. Pesticides can affect ecosystems and the animals that inhabit it. Bees and other essential animals to the ecosystem are dying off because of the use of pesticides. Pests and bacteria are becoming immune to the pesticide at a higher rate than before, according to the Michigan State University. And the environmental effects of pesticides through the quality of our ground, water, and ecosystem. The long-term health effects of consuming the pesticide protected food is still unclear, but some chemicals and pesticides have been linked to diseases such as cancer. We must try to increase regulation on the pesticides. We can also agree that pesticides are useful when protecting our food and crops from disease and pests. call for action, we can all please contact PAM, which is a Pesticide Action Network, to help control the use of pesticides. We need to realize the importance of harmful pesticides and their effects. In conclusion, pesticides are useful and effective way to protect our crops from diseases. But we must continue to keep our children, our mothers, and fathers safe from harmful effects of pesticides. Thank you.
Thank you.